Hey, welcome back. So today we are going to build one messaging system, right? Where where we can able to will write one publisher, right? By using sender, right? The client sender, right? We saw here, right? The boss sender. We of course we have to have a client before that, right? So we'll use sender and build the message publisher. It will be one class, right? What we are going to do, we are going to send the message or publish the message to one of the message store, right? Don't go with this name. I mean, any name you can provide for this particular do, but it just in the service boss, some name, no space, something, right? To make it more unique. You can give any name for you want, right? So, and then we'll have one reader also who can read from the message queue, right? That's what I mean. That's what we'll try to build, right? Then what it will this will be the processor. This is boss processor, right? Correct. So these are the three components mostly it will work on when you are building one messaging system, right? So that's what you can. So this reader can be anything, right? It can be your own program, or by using your program, whenever you are reading, you might send this. You might read the message and send again to some other queue, right? It's possible, right? But as per your need, like how you are going to do that. So you have to use some other clients to send those data to somewhere else, like that, right? So let's try it. Okay. So yes, let's try to in the Azure portal. So okay. So first and foremost, what we'll try to do? We'll try to create resource, right? What kind of resource? You have to create one service bus queue, right? So what we have to do, we have to go here and search for service bus, right? So now we don't have any service bus, right? So for that, let's create one. So do we have any resource group? We have one resource group, right? So what will provide the name? So let's provide the name. Uh, for example, what we can give, right? We'll just annotate with service bus SRVC was, right? Okay, that's unique for us at least, right? So, and then what we can do, we can go with this particular, we already selected this, right? That's fine. And the pricing. So the pricing one, whichever the pricing one, we can go with this, right? See, all the things it has, built here, right? We'll go with the standard one, right? Or the basic one we can go with, right? USD for 1 million operations per month, right? So we can go with the basics as well, right? Then just go next and months. Okay, previous. What is this, right? Enable geo replication. We don't want that, right? So we can go with the months one. Then this is the TLS. What is the version? Default version. Let it go, right? And we'll go to the networking. right? And then we'll provide the public access. That's why whatever it is, right? And we'll just keep it as is the default one and try to validating. Okay, let it validate. Okay, validate successfully. Let's create it. So it will take a little time. Exactly the story. Okay, it's trying to create one. Deployment in progress. In progress. See service namespace. Let's create. Okay, now it's ready. Okay, deployment ready. Let's go to the resource. Okay, so we have the service bus. So see everything now. You can see like how data is coming in the, how many messages are coming. You can always see over here, right? And then what we'll do, we'll go to the settings and go to our shared access policy, right? So here you will see one root manage shared access key, right? What exactly this is? So this key, if you use this key, you can able to send the message to this particular service bus, right? So here you see the key, whatever we have, the primary key, secondary key, primary connection string, and the secondary connection string, right? All these things are available. Exactly same kind of, keys we are able to do in our storage account or any other, services, right? So here, what exactly this is saying, using this particular key, you can able to send, okay, listen, manage. Usually you can, this is optional, right? You can switch it off or switch it on, right? By default it's on. If you're using this particular key, you can do all these operations, right? You can able to all these operations. So what you can do, what we can do, first thing is like, we'll just try to copy this particular connection string, right? So this particular connection string, where is this? This one, right? We'll just copy it because this will be useful when we are going to create a sender, right? The sender and receiver API, so that it will able to, we are going to use this particular one, right? Let me save somewhere in our, right, in the storing here. Now we'll go back and go to the overview, and we'll see like the services, and then we'll go to the service base namespace and see the entities. Okay, what is our entities is here, and then see the queue. Now see, we don't have any queue, right? So we need to add one queue, right? So let's create one queue. Here one of the thing you need to uh, remember. So just provide some name. Let's create a queue like what okay, my message queue. Okay, so that's what it is. And then here, what is the maximum data you want to store in that particular queue, right? Remember, there is a benefit of this queue, where we can store as much as 80 GB of data into the storage, right? However, we are using, why it's only showing till 5 GB? because this differs subscription to subscription, or the type of type of queue you have built. What subscription we have used? We have used basic, right? If we could have used standard or premium, then we could get the maximum level of storage, right? Storage amount. So now we have to choose out of this whatever we have, right? Now just select one. We don't have that much message to store at this point of time, but that's fine. So max delivery count, right? What is the max delivery count? As we discussed, like one message can be delivered 10 times, right here. But if you want to make it less, then you can delete it or make it one time, okay, or 10 times, whatever it is. Like I'm just putting it default, okay. I don't much bother about that at this point, right? And message time to leave. Okay, now if any message couldn't read from that particular message, or received by anyone, or you want to provide a specific timeline till what point of time that message can be there in that queue, right? That is what it is. So here 14 means only it will stay there 2 weeks, right? You can always come, okay, no, whenever it's coming, after one day just clean it. Okay, you don't have to keep hold all this, because if you are using this particular queue for IoT, right, internet of services, what that mean? You are storing some sensor data, you are storing some videos, like videos in the sense like there is a camera, camera, I mean, install in the in one of the store, right? And it's tracking the security and all, right? So when you are storing those video messages are always super heavy, right? So if it will fill your whole queue very fast, right? So what you might do, you might store those messages immediately into somewhere in the hard disk, and you want to clean it every day, right? So here you can just provide one day instead of 14, right? So you can do that. So we can do here as well, right? We don't have, because we are not holding it for longer time period, so it's okay. So lock duration, lock in the sense like if you are locking this data, no one can delete it. I mean intentionally, right? So it's just default 1 minute. You'll just lock it for 1 minute. So then it will just release the lock, right? Let it be default, right? Every instruction it's already given, like why it's required, what can you why what this configuration is for, right? Then enable dead lettering, dead lettering on message expiration. You want to dead letter, why you want to save this message. If you want to save this message somewhere, somewhere after after its expiration, then it will go to the dead letter queue. Dead letter queue will hold for longer period of time, right? It's kind of a cold storage, right? And the enable partition, you want to enable partitioning. That means you want to make it like store the data in partition way, so that you can send the parallel message. we are you can enable that, but we are not sending that much heavy data, right? So that it cannot process it. In that case, probably we will enable the partitioning, right? And then we'll go for create it. I'll just put all everything default, and just I convert, remove this particular one to TTL to 1 day. That's all. Okay, we can change it this one as well. Okay, I just 5. Okay, anything. So it doesn't matter as long as it's not a big system you are building, right? And it's trying to create one queue, right? So this is the message queue, right? Now, if you see, it's whatever the configuration we have given, it's showing max delivery count is this. You can change again here, and number of current size. What is the size of this? There is no message available, so no message. I mean, its current size is 0. Maximum size it's showing 1 gig, and message time to leave is 1 day. That we have configured, right? Auto delete, never. If you want to make it auto delete, you can configure here, right? So if you change, you can change it, right? Never auto delete means this is very big uh, number it's given for the day to be leave, right? And a message lock duration, it's 1 minute default. You can change it to a different one, right? So and the free space is 100%. No message is available, so you have 100% free space. The moment the message will come here, it will automatically get into that, right? So now what we'll do? So now our message is ready. Message was is ready, right? We have queue, and we are able to. We are, I mean, going to send the message to this. Now, how we can send? So we are going to write some code to send it to, right? Correct? Or what we can do here, I can show you one thing quickly. Here, from this portal, you can able to also send some message, right? Send message. I mean, directly you can test something, how you can really communicate between two things, right? So here, what you're sending, you're sending some plain text message, right? So you're uploading some, you want to upload some text file, that's fine. Or you can directly send some message body, okay? Now, this is first message, okay? Right? And you don't have to do that because it's already attached to that particular service mesh, right? And let's try to, you can repeat this, okay, multiple times. Okay, if you want to, you can just click here and repeat how many times you want to send it, right? So for testing purpose, load testing or something like that, you want to send it, right? But I just want to send this. Okay, send complete. Let's go overview. Okay, see, one message, showing one message, right? Current size 0.2 KB. It was current message was 0 earlier, right? We have now one message, right? So let's send another message. Okay, let's go to the Explorer. We'll try to send another message, and let's this time we'll send some JSON. Okay, and in the message body, we'll try to send maybe what name. Okay, so I'll say yeah, okay. This is a JSON message, right? Of course, we have given a way to, the JSON structure, right? So what we can do, we'll just try to send it also. Oh, so we'll say message maybe info. Hello. Second message, right? That's all. I just want to make sure like we are, I mean, doing the second message and first message we sent earlier, right? Just send it. Complete. Now go back to the overview and see how many, two messages, right? Correct. So now also two things. I mean, go explore, right? So now in queue there are two messages, right? In these, so message body, hide source body. Okay. Anyways, so what exactly this is? I was showing these two method, right? One is peak mode, one is receive mode. What does peak mode does? Peak mode, you just read the message, but the message stays in the queue, right? But when in the receive mode, you will read the message and the message also will be deleted from the queue, right? Let's go with the peak. We'll try to peak it, okay? Peak from start, okay? Or peak with option, leave it. We'll pick from start, okay? See, we got this is first message we send, right? That's why it's received fast in sequence. Hello, this is first message, and the second message we got here is like name Sudhir, country USA, info. Hello, this is second message, right? This is how it is. But let's go back and see like the message is still in the queue or not, because we have already peeped this, right? See, messages, right? Why? We read those messages, but still we have two messages available here, right? So in that case, what will happen? So this will, this will be there still until unless, I mean, if you want to, execute the receive command, right? Let's try to receive it, right? Let's see, explore, and we'll go to receive mode, right? The moment we are going to receive messages, right? Here, okay, number of messages to receive. Okay, how many messages you want to receive? There are two things, right? If you are selecting peak lock, it might not delete it, right? Because peak lock means you want to read it, but you are still, leaving that message for someone else to, read it, right? So in that case, you can do that. But here, you can always make a receive and delete it. So how many messages you want to? You want to receive the one message, right? So maximum time to wait for message in millisecond. So it's wait time, timeout this one, right? Then try to receive it. Okay, you have received one message, and it has to be from starting, right? Queue, fast in, fast out. This guy went into the queue fast, at the fast place compared to the other one. So that's why it came here, right? So the log status log, right? So now we'll try to go back and see, refresh it. See, these two messages still here, right? Because it didn't delete it, correct? So if you see this one we have received, right? Go to the receive one, and it's still two. Okay, and receive it. I mean, try to receive. Right. What is this? Receive messages, right? We've only two messages, right? Try to receive both messages. Okay. So the second message also came out here, right? So these are the metadata you have, and here you have the actual data you sent, right? So now if you go back here, only one message available, right? It already receive one and receive and delete. So that's why it's only one message available here now, right? So these are the things how you are building the whole system, right? And now if we, if we go back and see like our project, is that code, right? In the code, what we'll do, we'll just go back to our open, we'll try to open folder. Okay, so where is that folder? Let me go. So we'll go to the thing in the start one, right? Message publisher, message subscriber we have. We'll just put two things over here. Okay. So here, if you see the message, okay, and you can send it to, let's open the terminal. Okay, terminal is here. Okay, so what we can do? So we are now inside the publisher. No, not inside the publisher. Shitty message publisher, right? We go to the message publisher. What we'll try to do? We'll try to first install the message publisher message publisher package, right? Wizard means it's a library using through which we can able to use the API, right? The sender API. So let's execute this, right? So we have now installed that particular package, right? So in this case, what it will happen? So this is one of the thing, the actual package we are trying to build it, right? So the previous one, this .NET new console, we are trying to create a console application, right? So here, this is the console application we have, created. See, if you see hello world, right? Console. This exactly the same thing we have already seen in our events, event messaging, no application, right? So anyways, so now we are trying to, install this package, service bus package, so that we can able to interact with the service bus, service available in our Azure, and install it. Support. So these are the APIs already installed now. So we should able to interact with that, right? So let's try to build it, right? .NET build, right? So it should build the message and we'll try to run it. Now project is built, right? When we'll run it, we don't have anything, but we have one line, log line, console log, write line, hello world, right? Or let's run it now. Hello world, right? Or you can change it anything. Message publisher, right? So same thing. Okay. So now our application format is ready, correct? So now what we can do, we'll try to put some code into that which will able to help us to send the message to the message queue, right? Let's go with, okay, I'll just walk you through. This is what for every service we need a connection string, right? And this connection string, you remember, we copied from our Azure when we have created that, right? This one, right? It's a connection string. And the message queue name, what was the message queue name we had? The message queue name was uh, my message queue, this guy, right? Correct. So number of messages, right? So this is we are setting 3, right? And the capacity of that particular store the number of messages to be sent to the target queue, right? We're setting is 3, right? And the service bus client is the default one we are trying to get it, whatever it's providing. And then in the main class, what we are trying to do, we are trying to create the client, like, always we need a client and we need a sender object. Exactly the same thing we have created in our event driven, right? When we did one of the project for that. So it's a create sender. We are creating a sender object, and on the sender object, we are trying to send some message, right? How many messages? We have configured here 3 messages we are going to send at one time, right? Once we'll run this program, it will send 3 messages at a time. In our portal also, there was a repeat section, right? You could repeat that. So here also you can do the same thing infogrammatically. Now we are sending like, okay, message 1, 2, 3, and what it will, if any error happens, it will just show us like, okay, this particular message has some error, right? Or the large to fit this message bus. You cannot send more than a specific size of data, right, into the queue. So now what it will trying to do, it will send that message, right? Send that message and try to write some log as well in our console, in this log terminal, right? So that's what it will be. So in this case, okay, so what we'll do, we'll save it and try to run it, right? Control K, and let's run it. Okay, what happens? See, .NET, a batch of 3 messages has been published to queue. Let's see, go to the queue. and see how many messages available. See, earlier it was already one message, right? There should be another, see, 4 messages, right? Correct. So now what we'll do, I am going there. Okay. So we are able to send the message. Now we have to read those messages from the queue, right? So what we'll try to do now, we'll go back to the, go back to our cd dot slash the message reader. We have another project called message reader. That's just folder, right? So we will have to create one as well. Message reader. Okay. This message reader, this is blank project, right? We have to create one. So for that, what we have to do first, we have to again do that console, make it a console project, right? Again, run it, not message publisher, message reader, right? And do it. Now it's created. See, automatically the program.cs created under this message read, right? Let me minimize this. Yeah, message read, right? So now this is the program, correct? Now if you'll build it, no, we have to install the what package, right? The service bus package, because this is a different project. This is a different project. We have already installed for the other project, but not this project. We have to reinstall it, correct? Support. We have installed it. Now we'll try to build it. Build this project, and now we'll try to run it. What we are expecting, we'll try to write it here. Hello message reader, right? And we'll run it. Okay. So now we are here. Now what we'll try to do, we'll try to put some program, right? Put some program, I mean, in the reader, so that we can able to read that message, right? Almost similar, but only thing we are going to do is we are going to use the reader API, right? So that if you see, earlier we are used to use the, what's this? Okay, I'll show you the difference, right? So here we are using the sender client with sender, right? What exactly we are using here? So here we are using, go to our, okay, let's paste it our connection string, right? So copy the connection string, same connection string, right? And we'll paste it here. And also we'll do the copy the queue name, right, from our previous program. Copy this one. Almost similar, okay? Nothing too complicated. But if you see here, what we are trying to do, we are creating a okay, we are creating a message handler where it will try to have the body. Okay, it will try to read the message body and try to print it in the console, right? That's all what it's doing, right? And we have written just one no, static function where it's just trying to handle the error. So that's usual, I mean, for everything same. So in the main method, what we did, again, we have created the client. There also we have created the client. We have created the processor. Okay, see, so here what exactly we have done? We have done is like we are creating a processor instead of a sender, right? In the sending message, we are creating a sender, but here we are trying to create a, create a processor. The processor will take care of, fetching that particular message, every message from the queue, right? And then message, what it will try to do, it will try to keep running that particular message, I mean particular method, which will try to receive from the message queue, right? And try to print it. So printing the console here, it will read one and write it, read one, write it, and try to stop the console writing, right? So I mean, try to stop the messenger, because otherwise it will keep try to reading from the queue, and until unless it will not get any new data, it will not read, and it will keep up and running. So you have to stop it, right? So that your reader processor will stop it. You will not keep looking for new messages for longer period of time, right? So that's what it was doing. Nothing very fancy. It's not doing anything, right? So what we'll try to do, we'll we already built it, right? Let's try to run it. If we'll run it, what we are expecting, we're expecting those messages need to be read from the queue, right? Okay, waiting for a minute. Okay, message 1, message 2, message 3. So those the three messages it has, already sent. Those three messages, it's just try to read it, right? What messages we send? We send message 1, message 2, message 3. See, we send message 1, message 2, message 3, three times, right? We send it. So three times we have also received the exactly same message, three times, right? So let's do one thing. Okay, we'll uh, try to create one buzzer, uh, or so see your receiver is up and running now, right? So at the same time you can send run one message from using this particular publisher and read it. This time you can send like some JSON text, right? And you can receive it. Try it yourself, right? It's nothing much complicated. Just you need to change this message to something else. That's all. Okay, and try to run that sender message, and then you should able to see those messages here as well, right? Automatically. So that's where I mean, that's how it works. Okay, let's go back to the, you know, this is the queue, right? You can refresh it. Zero message, no message is available, right? Let's overview. Let's see, no message, because all those messages are already read, right? See, this is the first message. This message was earlier. These three messages we have, send later, right? So all four messages has been written. I mean, read. So read means it's already delete. Read and delete, right? So it's deleted from the queue itself, right? So this is how the whole thing usually works. Now you can build lots of different kind of messaging system, fancy messaging product, anything, right? You can build one UI on top of this to show these messages. Likewise, we have build one web app for the events, right? Exactly same thing, we can add those. Try to take a homework for yourself, build and add another uh, web app for this particular queue. Try to do this. I mean, if you can able to, right? You should able to, because if you will refer to our previous task, so there we have one task called, right, create the web app and connect to the queue. Exactly same thing, nothing much you have to do, but go for that. Try it. Okay, try it. So okay, so these are the things we wanted to walk through the whole how messaging system works, and go through that. And here you can see like how the messages are also coming in, coming out, right? So you can see at what time the message came and what time it's received. And receive in the sense like ideally how many at what particular time how many messages are there, right? So successfully request. Okay, see all these statistics are showing here, right? So those are the things. And it's always a explorer, you can see those data available over here, right? So that's what it is. So now go through that. I will post this code base into our GitHub, and also the recording as well. Try to follow it. Okay. And if you have missed the last class also, I have recap those things to make sure like you are in the rhythm. So go through those videos as well, and you'll able to find more into that. Okay. Okay then. Thank you so much.